Have you ever wondered how the choices we make, in search of quick pleasures, can distance us from true happiness? Today, let's explore a story that reveals the hidden pitfalls in our everyday decisions. Once upon a time, in a serene and lush forest, there lived a happy dragonfly. She had everything she needed: a safe shelter under the leaves, plenty of food, and fresh water. Wandering through the forest, admiring the flowers, listening to the birds' songs, and breathing the fresh air were her greatest joys. The dragonfly was known for being sociable, kind, and generous, always getting along well with all the animals in the forest. One day, during one of her walks, she discovered a path she had never explored before. Driven by curiosity, she decided to follow it. The path led her to a more remote area of the forest, where she found a large gray stone from which a stream of water flowed, forming a small well. The dragonfly approached to drink and was amazed by the purity of the water, sweet, crystal clear, and refreshing. Convinced that this was the best water she had ever tasted, she decided that from then on, she would only drink from that spring. Thus, the dragonfly began to visit the spring daily, several times a day. The water was so irresistible that she stopped exploring the forest and interacting with the other animals, becoming obsessed with drinking more and more. However, what she didn't know was that the water from that spring had a magical power. The more she drank, the thirstier she became, entering a vicious cycle of dissatisfaction and anxiety that slowly consumed her. Each time she drank, she felt a momentary pleasure, but also a growing emptiness. She forgot about her friends, hobbies, and dreams. Her life became centered only around the spring. The other animals in the forest noticed the change in the dragonfly. She was no longer seen wandering around, and her contagious laughter was no longer heard. Some became worried and went looking for her, while others were glad about her absence, seeking to take advantage of the situation. Among them was a cunning, selfish, and wicked badger, who was always scheming to deceive others. Upon learning of the dragonfly's dependence on the magical spring, the badger saw an opportunity to exploit. He went to the spring and found the dragonfly desperately drinking. With a fake smile, he said, "Hello, dragonfly friend. I haven't seen you in the forest for a long time. What brings you here?" The dragonfly, unaware of his intentions, replied, "Hi, badger friend. I'm drinking from this spring that has the most delicious water I've ever tasted. Would you like to try it?" The badger, seeing his chance, responded, "Of course, dragonfly friend. But tell me, why do you drink so much? Isn't a little bit enough?" The dragonfly, confused, replied, "I can't stop, badger friend. This water makes me feel good, but it also makes me feel bad. It quenches my thirst, but at the same time makes me thirstier. I don't understand what's happening." Sensing the dragonfly's vulnerability, the badger lied. "This water is magical, dragonfly friend. The more you drink, the more you desire it, and the more you desire, the more you suffer. If you want help to break free from this, I can help you, but I need something in return." Desperate, the dragonfly asked what he wanted, and the badger replied, "I want your wings. They're so soft and delicate. If you give them to me, I'll tell you how to stop drinking from this spring." The dragonfly was shocked. How could she live without her wings? She hesitated, but before she could answer, a wise owl who was flying nearby landed on a nearby branch. Sensing the situation, the owl intervened. "Dragonfly friend, don't listen to the badger. He just wants to deceive you. This water really is magical and enslaves those who drink it. But you don't need to give anything in return to free yourself from it. I'll tell you what to do." The owl told the dragonfly that she had also fallen into the spring's trap when she was young, but managed to overcome the addiction. "There's no trick. You just need willpower," said the owl. "Go back to drinking from the other springs in the forest. At first, the water may seem bland, but over time, you will rediscover the pleasure in simple things and regain your inner peace." With the owl's words, the dragonfly decided it was time to change. She thanked the owl and began the struggle to free herself from the obsession with the spring. The journey was difficult, full of temptations and challenges, but the dragonfly was not alone. She had the support of a faithful friend, the squirrel, a cheerful and courageous animal who was always by her side. He encouraged her and reminded her of her inner strength, helping her regain her health, joy, and friendships. Over time, the dragonfly began to appreciate life in the forest again. The badger, realizing that his plan had failed, left frustrated and empty-handed. And so, with the help of her friends, the dragonfly overcame her dependence and rediscovered happiness in the simple things in life. Moral of the story: in the pursuit of immediate pleasures or easy solutions, we can lose ourselves and drift away from what truly brings us happiness and balance. Often, what intensely attracts us can end up harming us, and it's essential to have willpower, support from true friends, and wisdom to recognize and overcome the traps life presents to us. True happiness lies in valuing what we already have and finding satisfaction in simple and genuine things without falling into the illusion that more is always better.